Breaking news today then is that David De Gea has announced on social media that he has left Manchester United after 12, I think it's about 12 years at Manchester United. Now, he's had a number of ups and downs in his Manchester United career, but he's had a lot of longevity at Manchester United and he's held many records for Manchester United, but the last few years haven't been great for Manchester United and for David De Gea himself. And I think it is the right time for David De Gea now to move on from Manchester United. It did look like that when, it wasn't handled very well from Manchester United's point of view, handing him a new contract or something, and then Ten Hag not wanting to keep him, I think was more of a thing of this for Manchester United, and rightly so. We've seen many times when Manchester United come up against it that David De Gea has let Manchester United down. Yes, he's been a decent shot stopper for Manchester United, but he hasn't been a leader for Manchester United, and he's not going to get Manchester United back winning league titles and Champions Leagues. Sadly, that's not going to happen, and although he's been here a number of years, you've got to make that decision. We've seen it at big clubs, Real Madrid, as soon as a player's no longer good enough for the club, they just fuck them out the door. We've seen likes of Casillas and Raul or many players just leave Real Madrid when their time's up. And that is what's got to happen. At the end of the day, he did try to leave Manchester United at one point for Real Madrid when he was looking like he was going to become the best goalkeeper in the world. He tried to leave Manchester United for Real Madrid, but you really do see the flaws in David De Gea's game. He's not a leader at Manchester United. He's terrible on the ball. And he's made howlers as well for Manchester United, critical howlers. We've seen how bad he was against Seville in the Europa League. We've seen how bad he was against Man City in the FA Cup final. And although he's won Player of the Year a few times, Manchester United haven't been very successful when he has been Player of the Year. And he's still shipped in a ton of goals over the years. And I do agree with Roy Keane that what does it matter that he's won all these Player of the Year awards when Manchester United have been so poor over the last fucking few years. And I completely agree with Roy Keane. We're not getting back to winning the top stuff with De Gea in goal. But I'm grateful for the servant that he has been to Manchester United. And I'm not going to completely slate him because he's done the job for Manchester United over these years. He's still won a Premier League title in his time at Manchester United. He's won the FA Cup. He's won pretty much everything apart from the Champions League. He's won the League Cup, Europa League. So he's won most trophies at Manchester United. Just we haven't been as successful as we could have been at this present moment, and hopefully Manchester United with a better goalkeeper will progress. And that brings us on to Onana. It does look like Manchester United are about to sign Onana. I think that deal is pretty much done now that David De Gea has confirmed that he is leaving Manchester United. He'd already left unless Manchester United re-signed him on a new contract, but the Onana thing looks like it's close, and Fabrizio Romano, I think in the Daily Mail and a few other sources are coming out saying that it could be concluded next week, which is good to see because Manchester United will be on tour next week. So if we can get him in for maybe the second or third pre-season game, that would be great for Manchester United. I haven't seen too much of him play, but he's very, very good with his feet, which is great for a modern keeper, which is what Manchester United are looking for, and he's been a good shot stopper as well. So hopefully he can come to Manchester United. De Gea wasn't good physically either. Crosses and balls into the box were really a problem for David De Gea. Hopefully he can command his area a lot better than David De Gea can as well, physically as well. I think he's 6'2", so he's a decent height. Hopefully physically he can cope with it because the Premier League is pretty physical. But he hasn't been at Inter Milan long, but did help them get to the Champions League final. So hopefully he'll be a good signing for Manchester United. And we've got to look to progress this team. We definitely need more signings than this. This cannot be the only signing that Manchester United make from here on. We've got to get a striker in, maybe another midfielder, at least one striker anyway, possibly two if it's Højlund, and another midfielder's needed, and I still think another centre-back's needed as well. So there's a long way to go in this progress for Manchester United. We're nowhere near where Manchester United need to be. At least another three. I would say I wouldn't be happy unless another 3 or 4 signings come in. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to be disappointed, I know, at the end of this window. But Manchester United were pretty short in terms of challenging last year. We did put up a little bit of a fight till, I think it was around the Palace game, where we let a last grasp goal in. And then we just fell to shit. But we were a long way away from Man City in the end. A long way. You think it's going to take at least 3 or 4 more players to get Manchester United to probably be 7, 8, 9 points behind. Then we've still got to progress and get more in. It's going to be a long road ahead for Manchester United to challenge for this title. Probably going to need another season. Next season's probably going to be closing the gap, and then the following season's probably going to be challenging, which is dreadful to think of, but that's probably the way it's going to be. But I'm happy with the announcement that David Hare's left and that Onana is going to come into Manchester United. It looks like a done deal, pretty much. I'm happy with that. I think that's progression for Manchester United and Ten Hag. Ten Hag looks like he's got his way. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching on Facebook, please do hit the share button, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.